If you are 15 to 25, there's something that I need to tell you. And I'm so shocked that I didn't know this earlier. I learned this yesterday, and it has totally transformed the way I think about the importance of some things. You're probably driven. You want to be successful, you want to accomplish things, make a name for yourself. So you think that means that it's more work, more hours, and more stress. But what actually might be the most important thing for you right now is less hours and more rest. The brain has what's called a critical acquisition period. That means a period in your life when you must either mature and acquire certain brain functions, or you will never get them. If you don't learn language by 12 or 13, you're never going to learn how to be able to speak. It's just how that works. But in the same way, there's a period of maturation in the brain where if you do not build up high quality neural connections, you're done. You will never be able to have the same neural capacity as you could have. And the biggest period of brain maturation is from that age, 15 to 25. At 15, this is when your prefrontal cortex, your decision-making, emotional regulating part of your brain starts to develop. This is the discipline section of the brain. This is the motivation section of your brain. And by 25, that's when your logic centers start being fully matured. And so until then, you will not have full decision-making capacity. But if you don't take care of your brain during this 10-year period, that's when you get screwed over. That's when you are less able to make decisions, less able to be disciplined, less able to be motivated. That's the struggle. When I read this just shocked me. The importance of how well you take care of your brain at a young age is huge. Because otherwise you will be playing catch up. You will literally have a brain that functions worse than your competitors. And so if you want to accomplish a lot of stuff in your life, if you want to really reach certain heights and you screwed it up as a kid, then you're stuck with it. There's nothing else you can do. So when does the brain mature? When do these pathways get built that you need to be able to function well, to be smart, to be able to create new ideas? Well, that happens during sleep, and particularly during deep and REM sleep. So when you sleep, your brain is pruning these different pathways that don't get used and strengthening the ones that it needs. And if that doesn't occur well, your brain functions slower. You need what's called neural myelination, which means your brain puts this sheath called myelin along your neuron, and it literally helps your neuron fire quicker and more efficiently. So if you don't have that myelination, your brain will fire slower and it will take more energy to do that. It's wild. So if you feel like you're behind mentally, like you can't really quickly get things done, you can't come up with ideas, it literally might be because your brain myelination is off. You haven't been getting the deep sleep that you need, and so you haven't been having that process that helps you stay quick. It's just insane to me. And as I was writing new ideas for this video, I saw another study that again changed the way I think about sleep and even about caffeine. A study subjected lab rats to caffeine. And I say subjected because sometimes it's kind of a sentence. And what it did was obviously decrease their deep sleep. We all know that they're going to sleep less well when they have caffeine, right? But beyond that, it literally ruined the rest of their lives forever, even after they stopped adding caffeine to the diet. Because what happened is the rats were not as mature in their brains. Their brains did not develop as well as other juvenile rats. And this is like the same thing as you. They're teenage rats. This is your life right now. And what happened is that they had less social connection. They were less able to bond with other people. If you feel lonely, bro, it's your sleep. They had less independence. They weren't able to do things as easily on their own. And even worse, they literally, their metric for motivation went down. They were less motivated to go do things and learn things on their own. Is that not insane? Your motivation is literally tied to how you sleep in this period of your life. Forever. Forever. You're going to be 60 years old and kicking yourself if you don't sleep well now. Because your brain will literally be less efficient. It will be less powerful if you don't sleep well. How unfair is this? None of us knew this when we were like 10 years old. None of us knew this when we were getting ready for high school. And our parents didn't know this either. Nobody knew. Only these select few scientists knew. And now I need to share this with you. Because the investment in sleep that you take right now is so important. Or you will be struggling for the rest of your life. So that's why I created my sleep mastery course. Because there are so many things that I could teach you. But a YouTube video, it's free. It doesn't hit hard. It's hard to pack the kind of learning that I need to in order to transform your sleep into a YouTube video. And if I just put it all out there for free, people will not be invested in it. I need people who are hungry to succeed, who want to improve their sleep. And so, check the link below. But I'll give you a piece of knowledge right now that will kickstart you on your way to improving your sleep. And that is routine. This is like 50 or 60% of all the sleep habits is just routine. Go to bed at the same time every night and wake up at the same time every morning. That's all it is. That's the majority of it. And so what I do is I set an alarm on my phone and I have it go off at 9 p.m. every night. And when it does that, it just keeps me accountable to go to bed. Because it's that loud thing I have to go up and turn it off, and it sends me straight to sleep, right? So then I go upstairs, brush my teeth, do my whole oral care routine, get in bed, and just read. Lights out. And I'm asleep really quickly. It's not always perfect. Last night, I was up a little bit later, and I scripted this video because I couldn't sleep. I couldn't fall asleep. So I'm not a god at it, but honestly, I believe top 1% sleep quality right here. And if you want that too, if you want to be able to build the engine of your success, link below. Free sales call. I'll hop on with you. And yeah, I hope to see you there. All right, bro. Enjoy your blue light. I hope you lie awake all night because of this. All right. Peace out.